press and roll evenly from side to side with a firm touch.
Without making a detailed examination, I'd say they were the same. Now, the first finger of the right hand...
The finger I pressed against the wax. I was...
Hey, you're holding up the parade. And what a parade. The only thing missing is the elephant.
Is that another limb of the law?
Don't worry about him. Save your explanations for his nibs. He enjoys hearing them.
Miss Daisy, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm Inspector Harrigan. Sit there, please. Now, to repeat what I was saying, since Miss Daisy was busy downstairs, someone who was in the room immediately after the body was discovered took that G-string for reasons of his or her own.
What G-string?
The murder weapon, Miss Daisy.
Well, it was her own G-string, and it was around her neck. We all saw it.
All but the police. The G-string had disappeared by the time we arrived at the theater.
Well, maybe it just fell off.
How could anybody take the G-string in that crowd? Everybody in the theater ran in.
We are not interested in how it was done. We are interested in who did it, where the weapon was put, and why it was taken.
Well, why don't you search us and settle that part of it? Muscles here looks like he might enjoy it.
You can search me, Mr. Kelly.
Not that I could hide anything on me.
The lady's point is well taken. And a search after this time in this crowd would only cause confusion.
It's getting a little too warm here for me.
Well, there's been plenty of time for concealment. But if one of you could suggest why it was taken.
Well, she always carried money on her. She used to hide it in the lining of her costume. You think there's a ghoul in this room? Since she's a murderer.
Oh, yes,
Mr. James Wong.
Yes, I've heard of you, Mr. Wong. That's a nasty bump.
Nasty throat.
Nasty enough to cause nastiness all around, eh? Look here. I see. Send out a call for Louis Grindero. Complete description of him and his car.
Louis beat it?
Well, that settles it.
Now we can go home.
What did I tell you?
I'm afraid that doesn't quite settle the matter.
But he ran away.
Please be seated. Grindero took his car and as much cash as he had in the saloon next door after receiving a call from...
Okay, so I called him. When we was in the racket, she did me a couple of turns. All I did was tell him she was dead.
I don't care how Louis knew about anything. I know Lolita was so scared of what he was going to do that she was taking it out on us. I know he started something and
He's got his
promised more.
reasons. He's scared of cops. The pen tore something loose in him, and ever since... He knew what they would do if they got him in again.
He may or may not be guilty of this murder. He'll be examined as thoroughly as any of you when he is picked up. But Lolita Laverne was murdered between the time she came upstairs after her quarrel with Grindero and the finding of her body.
Before I went up at the end of our act.
Perhaps. During most of that time, the room was cleared. But the murderer had time to strangle Laverne, break Jake's seal, and replace it with one of his own.
I know she wasn't in there when I put the seal on. If she had been, I'd have said something.
Let us hope so. Well, do all of you still remember exactly nothing about your own movements or anyone else's?
Oh, yes.
Yes? Yes, Miss Angel?
Well, once I went to the water cooler, and I was all alone.
Yes?
Well, don't you see?
See what?
There was nobody with me. Anybody could have gone up.
Even you, Miss Angel.
Oh! Oh, excuse me.
Well, it all adds up to this. The stagehands could wander about the theater at will. Candy Butcher, the stage manager who was angry.
What are you getting at? Sure, I ever saw her, but I didn't know she was...
Even the flyman, who makes no secret of his dislike of burlesque performers. You don't like burlesque performers either, Statue.
Oh, they're not the easiest in the world to get along with. They don't like my pipe.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah?
Where were you?
I was first on for the finale. Before that, I was dressing.
Mr. Brannigan, could you put that away?
Oh, I can't do my thinking without this.
Seems I can't do mine with it.
Okay, I'll turn my back.
Where were you?
Me? Oh, I was just up and down.
Up and down the stairs, indeed.
I didn't say that.
Did you mean it?
I didn't say I didn't. I was up and down.
Where were you up and down? What interest did you have in Lolita Laverne?
What isn't interesting, Laverne? Goodness.
When you were up and down the stairs.
I wasn't up and down on the stairs. I was up and down on the floor. It's a gag.
I'm not interested in gags. I'm interested in what you were up and down on.
The stage. Oh, you make me so mad. Look, I'll explain it to you. First, I stand up, and then she kisses me. And then I'm down, see? It starts like this. Ooh, I'm an incubator baby.
You're an incubator baby? What do you do on Mother's Day?
I sell flowers to an oil stove.
What's the matter with these two?
The comics.
Stop this nonsense. What are you trying to tell me?
The stage, the skit, up and down. Look, I'll show you. Gee.
Stop this! Nonsense has held up the whole investigation. You've driven more important things out of my mind. You see, where was I? Oh, yes, Miss Nervina.
I am the Princess Nervina, and I was in my dressing room until I hear the excitement.
Is that so? Well, why didn't you ask her about Toledo? Laverne was always making cracks about Toledo. Making cracks, period.
I told her I had never worked in Toledo. That is the truth. Is it not the truth, Mr. Foss?